guys, it's Destiny, and today we are going to be showcasing Robin with Kafka to show how Robin does with a damage over time team, and the content I'll be sharing is from the Creator Experience server. As one quick disclaimer, the content I'll be sharing is not indicative of the final product, and there may or may not be changes before the server update. Before we get into today's showcase though, let me know in the comments down below what is one anime you guys would recommend. I personally recommend Solo Leveling and have definitely enjoyed it so far. Lastly, if you do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe and also hit the like button. And now let's get straight into it. So for today's showcase, we are going to be beating up Yanqing, which if you guys have been watching me for a while now, you guys know that Yanqing literally gets beaten up so often in my showcases.
She's standing right behind me, isn't she?
I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, I don't, because he froze me in my last showcase. So I don't feel bad. This is honestly justified revenge. And right off the bat, we are going to use our skill with Robin just to get that nice damage bonus on our whole team. And we are going to focus our skills on the lady instead of the robot, because we're actually not able to weakness break the robot fast enough before he enters sanction mode. So I feel like it's just more worth it to wither down the toughness meter of the lady instead. And now what we're gonna do is just use our skill with Huohuo just so we can get that cleansing as well. Robin's ultimate is ready and he is gonna summon his fish now. And Black Swan, oh no, she got freaking imprisoned. Okay, I think this should be fine regardless. Now we're gonna do just skill and then we can use our ult right away. Okay, the fish is gonna blow up, and I'm actually going to be using Robin's ultimate because Robin's ultimate allows her to deal a good amount of damage just so we can actually have more skill points going into the next wave. We're gonna advance everyone. There we go. So what we're gonna do is basic attack here. And now what we could do is basic attack the lady and basic attack the big guy. And he should go down. Yep, there we go. So what we're going to do right off the bat is use Black Swan's ultimate and then Huohuo's ultimate just so we get some more energy going on. So there we go. And now we have Huohuo's ultimate. This is going to help just with everybody's ultimates, especially Robin's. So Huohuo is going to get attacked, which is fine. The swords are going to take a bit of Arcana damage. And now we are going to basic attack. Or I mean, we're going to use skill. I don't know why I said basic attack. With Black Swan, we're going to use our skill now, and now I can actually use Kafka's ultimate right here. So there we go. Boom. And he actually has his weaknesses showing again. So what we can do, honestly, we can just basic attack the TV. And the TV dies anyway, but it's fine. And with Robin, let's see, how much energy do we have? Okay, 99 out of 160. I'm actually going to use my skill just to get closer to that ultimate. Yeah, we're really close now, which is really good. Okay, the ultimate's ready. And now with Kafka, we're just going to skill, use a basic attack with Black Swan. And now we can should I replenish with Huohuo? Actually, I don't think we need to. We're going to basic attack. And now with Robin here, we're just going to use her ultimate. With Kafka, we're going to use skill. With Black Swan, we're just going to use our skill here. So we can also use our ultimate just to get off a little more damage. So there we go. And now with Huohuo, we're going to basic attack, which I believe should be enough energy. I hope. Okay, 5 energy. I hope. Please. Okay. And now you will die, Yanqing.
All that stress you gave me in the first level, I don't even give a f***.
I am so tired of you freezing me. I know what you did to me last showcase, and I wholeheartedly am getting my revenge. So there we go. We were able to zero cycle with this comp and boom, the battle is over. Yay, we did it. I'm gonna show you guys my builds momentarily, but let me know, did I get revenge for the last showcase? Because I think I did a pretty good job. But yeah, if we're to look at the builds real quick. Okay, so here are our builds for today. We have a 146 speed Black Swan, and her attack actually isn't the highest. A good amount of effect hit rate, but we don't have the 120, unfortunately. Ideally, you want the 120, but with this particular build, I don't have it. And I did do some testing. Her signature light cone is really good, but for today's video, I didn't want to use it. Instead, we have resolution shines as pearls of sweat because all of our characters can take advantage of the ensnared effect on top of the fact that Black Swan already gives a 20.8% defense drop. So this just helps even further by giving an additional 12% defense drop, which helps a lot when it comes to just Kafka's attacks in general. And that's why I'm using this light cone for today. For the traces, they are maxed out. And then for the relics, we have the 4-piece Prisoner in Deep Confinement and the Pan Cosmic Commercial Enterprise set. And I'm just using these sets because the Prisoner set is just so good for our damage over time characters, due to the fact that you are able to ignore the defense when dealing damage to enemies inflicted with damage over time. And since I am using Black Swan and Kafka, that makes it really convenient. And then when we look at the Eidolons, I can activate them, but I have not. All the characters for this showcase is E0. As you guys see, I have the option to activate it, but I will not. And then with Robin, here is my Robin build. She has 4k, almost 4.1k attack, 132 speed, and of course she is holding energy regeneration rope and also the Von Quack set, because I really like that set honestly on a lot of my supportive characters, and being able to advance her forward in front of the lady that you fight in the beginning or like the first wave. I just like being able to advance forward Robin, because in the case if Robin does get imprisoned, I will be able to activate the damage buff onto the whole team before that lady hypothetically imprisons us. So that's why I have this set, the Von Quack, and then we also have Musketeer and Prisoner. I'm just using the two-piece just so we can get more attack onto our Robin. And of course, she has max stat traces. Once again, E0 Robin. And another set you can use on this particular comp instead of the Von Quack set is you can use Fleet of the Ageless. Fleet of the Ageless is really good because Black Swan and Kafka love that attack percentage. And then for alternative Lycones, you do not have to use her signature Lycone. You can use a Lycone such as For Tomorrow's Journey. This is going to be a free-to-play Lycone, and that Lycone gives the wearer a really nice amount of attack as well. So that'll be really beneficial. If you want to try to get more energy for your Robin, you can consider using Bronya's signature Lycone, and you could also consider actually using Meshing Cogs, because if Robin does get attacked, then with Meshing Cogs, she will be able to definitely get closer to getting that ultimate. And the reason why I actually really like Robin when it comes to the DoT comp, if we're just going to talk about that for a bit. So what I really like is that Robin is able to give all allies a really massive attack increase when she has her ultimate active, because of the fact that it's going to be 22.8% of her attack, which you're going to be building a bunch of attack on her. And then of course, plus 200, so that's even better. And then as I showed you guys, I used Robin's ultimate at the end of the first wave to actually have more skill points going into the second wave, because this secondary effect where Robin is able to deal damage to enemies when her ultimate is active, just that additional physical damage, it is just so freaking nice. It's really beneficial for DoT comps, as well as honestly any composition that you do decide to use her in. If the enemies are really low on HP, you could just use her ultimate at the end of the wave before they act again, or even if they do act again, when you use that ultimate, you could just basic attack with your characters, because it'll deal an adequate amount of damage to where it should be able to defeat enemies that are already really low on health, so you don't have to use a skill point at all. She's also immune to crowd control debuffs during her concert state, so that's really nice as well. And of course, the massive attack bonus is definitely a really nice plus for our DoT comps. The advance forward also helps with the fact that in the case of Black Swan, or honestly any damage over time character can technically take advantage of this, Black Swan was actually able to inflict more Arcana stacks. So if the robot hypothetically didn't die from the basic attacks plus Robin's damage, then they would just straight up die from the Arcana / damage over time you've accumulated onto that enemy. So her advance forward by 100% could just allow you to stack more damage over time on an enemy, which is really beneficial as well. And of course, the damage dealt by all allies increasing by 50% for 3 whole turns is really good, because that's just additional damage percentage, which our damage over time characters can also take advantage of. Now we have Huohuo, who is 141 speed, and just here are the stats. I tried to make my team on the faster side because it really helps for being able to battery Robin's ultimate better. And then for the Lycone, I do have Shared Feeling, but you can use the Quid Pro Quo Lycone, which I have no idea if I said that correctly. If I did, please let me know. But that Lycone is actually a really good option due to the fact that if you time it correctly, you can give that additional energy to a character like Robin, or even the other characters on your team can technically take advantage of this. The reason why I used Shared Feeling in this showcase instead though is because I really wanted to be able to give that additional energy to everyone, just so I can guarantee those ultimates at the end of the second wave when I was fighting Yang Ching. Because if we didn't get, like, hypothetically that Kafka ultimate, which with other Lycones there is a potential that you might not get it, it just depends how the fight goes. But let's say you don't get that Kafka ultimate, I would have ended up going into the next cycle. So that's just how I guaranteed it. Just the additional energy is just really beneficial. But of course, the other Lycone is a very, very nice option as well. And these two Lycones are just really nice to equip onto your Abundance character, that is paired alongside Robin. For the traces, they are maxed out, and what's really nice about Huohuo in particular is that she's able to give 20% of the respective max energy of a character. So when she's paired alongside Robin, she's literally going to give Robin 32 energy. Because of Robin's 160 energy cost, Robin will be able to get 32 energy, and that definitely helps for being able to get another ultimate. So as a result, Huohuo can be a really nice abundance character to pair alongside Robin. For the relics, we have Passerby of Wandering Cloud. Just because of the additional skill points, it can come in really handy at the beginning of the fight. And then we have Fleet of the Ageless, which is just standard for Huohuo overall. It'll give her more max HP, and then when her speed is 120 or higher, which it is, she'll also increase the attack of all allies, which benefits Black Swan, Robin, and Kafka as well. And for the Eidolons, she is E0. For Kafka, here she is. She's 138 speed and she has 4,000 attack, and here are all of her stats. She is holding her signature light cone here. But if you don't have Kafka's signature light cone, then of course you can also use Good Night Sleep Well if you do have that light cone. You could also use the Simulated Universe light cone, but I do prefer Kafka's signature or of course Good Night Sleep Well. You could also potentially consider a light cone like Eyes of the Prey, which is also a recommendation for Black Swan. If you don't have Resolution, you could try Eyes of the Prey as well for her. So yeah, there's definitely multiple Nihility light cones that you could definitely use on both of these characters. Her traces are maxed out. Her relics is 4-piece Prisoner as always, and then Space Sealing Station. If you have a really fast Kafka or she does have her signature light cone, you can also possibly get away with the Glamoth set, but I just like using Space Sealing personally. And then for the Eidolons, we do have E0. And yeah, these are all the builds for our characters. And once again, if I were to give my opinions just on Robin's performance, I think she did a really good job with the damage over time team. And overall, when it comes to Robin and damage over time teams, I have showcased Robin in a Robin plus Bronya comp and also the follow-up comp. And I feel like Robin can definitely be used on multiple archetypes of teams and do very, very well on them, which is awesome to see. And overall, when it comes to Robin and how universal she is, she could definitely be on quite a lot of team comps and do really nicely because majority of characters can highly benefit from the 100% advance forward, the damage increases she could provide with her skill, and much more. So I feel like Robin is an incredible character. And if you guys want more showcases, do let me know. And let me know also what you would like me to showcase. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time like always. Actually, I lied. We're gonna do another version of this showcase, except we're gonna use Mr. Sampo right now. And what's really nice about Sampo is when he blinds enemies, he actually delays their action by 25%. So that's definitely gonna be really useful in this particular Memory of Chaos, and I'll show you guys why. So we're gonna do the same thing as before, just use our skill with Robin. And we are going to get attacked, but that's perfectly fine. And the same thing as before, we're just going to use our skill on the lady here. And then, of course, the robot gets hit as well. With Kafka, we're going to use our skill. And then with Huohuo, we're going to use her skill here just to get more energy. And now we are going to get hit. And the fish are going to come out, which is perfectly fine. And now Huohuo actually has our ultimate, but I'm actually going to be holding on to this. So we're going to basic attack the fish, and now Kafka is going to break the fish. What we could do here is just use our skill. I am going to be holding off on using the ultimate right away, because what I'm going to do is use Sampo's ultimate, and then we're going to be using Robin's ultimate, and then Kafka's, and then Huohuo's. The reason why I'm not letting Huohuo actually get her turn right now is because of the fact that I actually want to keep the duration of her skill longer, because she currently has the 2 dots by her HP bar. So what this allows me to do is actually keep it a little longer. So there we go. And now with Huohuo, we're just going to use her ultimate. So if she is going to lose 1 dot here, but if she did go previously, she would have actually lost 2 dots here. So I would have actually had to use the skill to replenish it. We're just going to basic attack the lady here. And then what we're going to do is just basic attack with Kafka. I think with Sampo, we could just skill here, and yep, there we go. So now comes in the second wave. We are going to be using Kafka's skill right here. And then once again, because Sampo's technique delays enemies, that's why we actually are getting off these attacks right away. We're going to use his skill right there. And now what we're going to do is honestly just attack the robot. Kafka is going to attack him as well. We're going to get hit, but it's perfectly fine. Hopefully Kafka actually gets targeted. Okay, instead Sampo did, which is perfectly fine right here. We're just going to use Sampo's ultimate. And then some of the swords are going to break. With Robin, we could just honestly basic attack. The turbulence is going to kick in. And now we are going to get attacked, but this is fine. I'm going to now use Kafka's ultimate just to deal as much damage as we can. And Yangqing is now broken. So with Kafka, we're going to use the ultimate once again. With Sampo, we could just basic attack. And now with Huohuo, we are going to use her skill, then advance everyone forward. There we go. So everyone is now advanced. Huohuo is about to get her ultimate, which is really nice. So there we go. With Kafka, we can use her skill. And then with Sampo, we're just going to basic attack here. And with Huohuo, we're going to basic attack. And now with Kafka, we're going to use her skill. And we're really close to killing Yangqing. I think actually if we were able to break him in the last wave, he would have just been a goner.
Another one.
They froze my Sampo.
You can't keep getting away with it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is definitely deserved. So there we go. Sampo got unfrozen though. So we're just going to use our skill right there. And there we go. And this was just like quick bonus showcase. Once again, it probably could have honestly cleared in that last cycle, but I just want to show you guys that Sampo also perfectly works. And real quick, if we were to look at these builds, just to make it fast, it is literally very similar to the Black Swan build. I actually stole a bunch of her relics for this, and all I did was replace the 2-piece with the Space Ceiling set. The light cone is once again Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat, but you can also use Eyes of the Prey as another good 4-star option as well. Here are all the traces, they're maxed out. The Eidolons are maxed out for Sampo. Then for Robin, it's literally the exact same build as before, just to quickly go through it. E0 Robin as well. Now with Huohuo, same thing. We're just gonna go through these really fast. And lastly, we have Kafka, and she is running the exact same thing as the previous showcase. I just wanted to give you guys one extra showcase just to show you guys that Sampo's actually pretty nice as well. And Sampo's definitely one of my favorites for sure. He's really fun to play with. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this little bonus showcase at the end. And I hope to see you all next time like always. Peace.